Hi, and welcome to Sunday Segue, coming to you straight out of the UK, and boy, what a show we have for you tonight. Let's get things started. Tonight's contest will be a triple threat match. Introducing first, coming to you live from Newport, Wales, weighing 161 pounds, the technical and sound engineer, Sugar, the Gallon Sugar, Shoot! Next up, we have a man, Bristol born and bred, with countless hours of ring experience, weighing in at 175 pounds, our resident wrestler, the human highlight reel, E2J! And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour, the No Twitter fan coming to you straight out of Bristol, England, weighing in at 168 pounds, your host, Kenny Killer!
Hello everyone and welcome to the Sunday Segue Wrestling Podcast. Yes, it is Sunday. It's episode 21. I am the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour, the one man no Twitter fan, Kenny Killer. And people, get ready for the return of the hashtag tech guy. All the men hate him, all the women love him. It's the goddamn Sugar Sugs. Guess who's back? 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 Guess who's back?
Yo, what's happening?
The return of the sun. What are you saying?
Not saying nothing, man. It's good to be back. Good to be back.
So, how was the nice trip to stateside?
Yeah, it was good. It's nice to get away from rainy old Britain and go to Florida, just eating. That's what I was doing for a week, just eating.
You as black as me?
Nowhere near.
Oh gosh. You see any funny stuff out there?
Nah, not really, man. It's good to watch Raw and watch Smackdown like live in America and see like how different it is like when it's over there. But apart from that, man, I was just doing my thing, just chilling, took a bit of driving, bit of sunbathing, lots of shopping. That's it.
That's it. Very nice, relaxing holiday. No bro kicks. No bro kicks.
No bro kicks. No.
Boom, that's what I'm talking about. No bro kicks on the show. He made it back on time. He made it back safe and sound. Yeah, thank God. All right, guys. Normally, obviously, I have the human highlight role, Mr. E2J, but he has a prior engagement, so he can't make it today. Hopefully, he might be able to jump on later. But in the meantime, we're just glad to have Shugs back. So, people, all the Twitter followers, again, thanks for listening to our show. Follow us on Twitter. That's at Sunday Segue. Segue spelled SEGUE. Follow our blog. Subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can listen to all our old episodes. Also on the great Podomatic, and download that Double Twist player. So, Shugs, I know you've been away for 3 weeks. Have you been up to date with Raw?
Yeah, I haven't missed a Raw, I don't think, and I definitely saw it this week. So I'm up to date. I've seen Smackdown as well. So, I've been getting all my WWE fix.
Okay, people. So we're going to go into the Deadly Dirt Sheet. So first on the Deadly Dirt Sheet, Smackdown could go to 3 hours. Okay, now the WWE, they obviously like to have as much programming and time as possible because it means more money for them. But it looks like that they may be thinking to make it 3 hours because they need to put some more emphasis on the show. Sci-Fi are happy with it. Shugs, are you?
No, not at all. Like they may as well just run Raw again and just put like a blue filter on it because that's most of the time that's what SmackDown turns into. So many Raw recaps and like over here we get like from the WWE vault because they're just filling in the 2 hours as it is. So like God knows what they would do if it was 3 hours.
Yeah, I think the American guys, they don't get the from the vote. So I suppose it's a little pat on the back for us, but we probably prefer to see a full 2-hour show of SmackDown rather than seeing the Wild Samoans versus Pedro Morales and
Yeah.
I mean, and Abdullah the Butcher from like 1978 in some grained out, regenerated, you know what I mean? But yeah. 3 hours of SmackDown, I don't think it's something for us to be worth watching, to be honest. So the second news is that Big Show signs a new 5-year deal with WWE. Big Show's been injured at the moment. He made his return on this episode of Raw. Shugs, do you think it's a nice investment for WWE to be able to sign Big Show to a next 5 years and probably maybe his last 5 years?
Well, I suppose he's always. I know they take the mick because he seems to be jumping from heel to face every like 3 or 4 months, but like he's always a good character, and he's one of those people, a bit like Mark Henry, who's got better as he's got older, and like his matches at the latter end of his career are much better than like probably just the majority of squash matches he used to do at the beginning. Yeah. So yeah, I think he's always a good like personality to have on TV, but as long as they use him well in these 5 years, not just show him on TV, as long as he don't turn into the next great Khali.
Well, that very well will happen the way WWE like to go with certain things, but I mean, we hope not, because he's just Big Show. Hats off to him. He's been doing his thing, and he signed a 5-year deal. So more to come for Big Show. And on the last news point on the Dirty Dirtsheet, which is the biggest news point that's happened over the week, is that Darren Young, Mr. No Days Off, has revealed he is gay. Now on TMZ, they were talking to him. He was at a function. They're talking to him, and they just mentioned, "Oh, do you think a openly gay guy in WWE could survive in WWE?" And he said, "Well, I'm a WWE superstar, and to be honest, I'm gay and I'm successful." So he was just pretty much blasé about it. So you know what? Hats off to him. He's come out. He's now become the first openly gay wrestler in WWE, and just Shugs, WWE been showing the support, haven't they?
I think that with the times we're living in now, like 2013, I think that they've got no choice. What can they do really apart from show support? So whether they actually, what Vince McMahon's like stuck in like the 50s.
Yeah.
We still haven't had like a black WWE champ. The women's division is not really treated well. They're not really looked upon. They're not where they were just eye candy really in the Attitude Era. Now, because they can't just get their tits out and be in their, bras and panties, they don't, but they're not really pushed. So I don't know really. I don't know whether it's going to do any different for his career, whether he's going to get more pushed, or whether they're going to mention it on TV. But well done to him, I say.
Yeah, definitely. It's 2013. People need to just get with the program, just deal with it. You know what I mean? Yeah, it may not be everyone's thing, but it's his thing, and he's doing it. And at the end of the day, he does what he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? So well done, Darren Young. You come out, and you know what I mean. You held your head up high. So I got to give you the the clap and the salute. All right, so that's the end of the Deadly Dirt Sheet. So we're gonna go straight into Raw as usual. So segment 1 was Daniel Bryan versus Wade Barrett. Shugs, did you expect Raw to start off the way it did?
No, but I suppose they're still pushing Daniel Bryan, and they just want to get him out there, don't they? They just want to get him out there. They want to get him in TV. He seems to be starting off like every show every week, you know.
Yeah.
But I suppose while he's hot, they just got to keep going with him and just keep pushing him and keep getting him in the limelight.
How do you think Brad Maddox is doing in his role at the moment, and especially in this feud? Because do you reckon the Daniel Bryan and Maddox beef will continue after SummerSlam?
Well, really, Maddox has got no beef with Bryan. Obviously, he's just like a puppet for Vince McMahon, and then he's in that role where he's torn between the two of them. It's like, obviously, it's a WWE power struggle with the McMahons, like the 400th time that's happened. And he's just the person in the middle. Before it's been Vicky, before it's been, someone else. And now I think Maddox is there. So he's just playing the role well, I think.
Okay. Well, we'll go on to segment 2, which was Damien Sandow versus Randy Orton. Shugs, did Cody being on commentary like do anything to this match?
I think he did well. Like, depending on who you listen to, they were saying that like JBL and Jerry were hard on him, and they were asking him hard questions. But then they were like saying that's what must have been coming across their headsets from Vince McMahon. But like, I thought he dealt with it well. You know, I thought he did a good job. And you know, I think any time you can just get on the mic and you can get over the audience is good.
What did you think of Sandow's new suitcase? Because I haven't asked you that yet.
Yeah. The suitcase is just like another reason why like everyone loves Sandow. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just so good. Like, he's got his nice leather briefcase, and it just like looks the part. You know?
When I saw it, I was like, "Yo, why is Sandow pimped?" Like, they spent some kind of peas on that, but it suits him. It does suit him. I must give him that. But we'll get more into Sandow and Cody Rhodes when we go into our predictions, people. So we go into segment 3, which is the Shield backstage. Shugs, how well did you think the Shield portrayed themselves in this promo?
Yeah, I thought it was a good promo. Like, obviously, we've heard about them getting, you know, the push taken from under them, and like, you know, they got backstage heat. But then, obviously, this seems to be like they're getting back to where they were before. And I thought, obviously, the standout one is always going to be Ambrose, but like Rollins has improved, and Reigns was good in what he did. But you know, it was good. And when he said about wrestling Andre the Giant's ghost, you know, it was just like, it's just like you can't even come up with that shit. You know, you gotta be at some type of level before you can cut a promo like that.
Yeah, definitely, without a shadow of a doubt. That surprised me so much when he started. You know, it made me sit up and listen. I mean, I was listening.
Yeah.
But I really started to listen when he's talking about, you know, John Cena's holding a trophy. You know, I'm the real champion, and unless, you know, the ghost is in there, I'm not going to be scared of nothing. Hey, I took hands off to them. Yeah, Roman Reigns, like you said, he did step up a bit, I think, in this, definitely within the promo. Guys, I'm going to say now, if anyone has watched this week's NXT, the main event, which was The Shield versus Corey Graves, Adrian Neville, and Xavier Woods. A wicked match. Wicked six-man. Have you managed to watch NXT this week?
I only watched the first half, so I saw Big E against Axel and Paige against Summer Rae. So I haven't seen it all.
Oh, wow, yeah. Good. A really, really, really good match. Especially for Corey Graves, I think, because Adrian Neville, he's always been good, and he's going to get called up soon. Xavier Woods, again, they've got high hopes for him, so he's going to get. But Corey Graves, this was a really good match. Him and Rollins were fighting really, really well together. They worked well together, and all I got to say is that he did this like arm drag counter, right? You just got to see it. I can't really explain it because it just looks too sick, but it's like a roll through arm drag counter. So yeah, enjoy, people. So let's go on to segment 4, which is the Great Khali and Nataylia versus Big E and AJ. The match was very quick. Big E didn't even get into the ring, Shugs. Like, yeah, Shugs, talk me through this massive botch in this match.
Wow. I just think that, you know, nobody really knows what went wrong, you know? Who was to blame? Did Nataylia let go of the sharpshooter too soon? Was AJ supposed to tap out? Was the ref in the wrong place? You know, was it Hornswoggle's fault for being up there? It's just like, who made the botch? But, you know, I don't think we're going to see Black Ref on TV for a while.
Yeah, man. It has to be. He's come out on Twitter and he's just been like, obviously, man's been getting hated on, innit, for what he did. But he needs to take it, but he hasn't taken it well, and he's just been cussing. He's just been cussing on Twitter. Just been cussing bare people, and I'm just gonna say this to him right now. All you gotta do, fam, is actually, you know what? Play my music first. Listen, ref. All you gotta do is listen back, okay? Not listen, watch back the match, okay? And then chat shit and say that you were at fault, okay? Say that you were at fault. Then come back and chat to me again. Anyway, sorry people, I had to digress there a bit. So we obviously identified that the ref was at fault. Could Big E kind of slightly be at fault because he was standing up there with his fucking budgie smugglers as usual?
That's it. I think there's too many people who could be to blame. To find, I'd like to know who actually did get the blame, or who was on the end, or like who got chewed out when they got backstage, because there's too many people in there responsible, and it doesn't seem like there was. I suppose like Natalia's got the most experience out of all of them, so she should be in the right place, and she should be talking to everyone and making sure everyone's doing it right.
Yeah, but it's just the way she stood up. It's the way she just stood up. Like AJ hadn't even submitted yet. She hadn't even tapped out. Exactly. And she just got up. Anyway, we could talk about this for days, and I'm sure we'll talk about this next week. But we'll just move on from this to segment 5, which was the Vince promo. So Vince McMahon comes out and he calls out that Brad Maddox. So what do you think of McMahon as an on-air character still, Shugs? Is it time for him to move on?
It's like sometimes he's really good. Like on SmackDown, this week's SmackDown, he was really good. But then on Raw, sometimes it's just like, it's like he's out of place. He's like a generation he's missed. It's the Attitude Era Vince, and then we're not in the Attitude Era no more.
Yeah.
He's trying to be like he was then, but then he hasn't got any Stone Cold Steve Austin, or he hasn't got anyone on the other side, so he just seems like he's over the top all the time.
Trying to claw back the glory days.
Mm-hmm.
Vince, man, you just need to just hang it up for a second, bruv. What's your views on Triple H being a special referee though for the match?
Well, we know what Triple H is like. Any reason for him to just be in the main event or be the focus, and he just needs to just get off TV, get off TV.
Stop begging it.
But he's in charge, so now when Vince goes, is this what we're going to see? Is Triple H the new Vince? Is he just going to be pushing himself into all the big angles and making sure he's always there all the time?
Yeah, probably. But, I mean, we've had a rant on him before, man, and I'm just not about to lose my breath on him again, man. Yeah, I have to kiss my teeth, people. All right, so Triple H, man, he hit Maddox with a stiff kick, man. I had to rewind that because the sound effect that came off, I was just like, yo, why did you have to hit him so hard? Like, the way he reacted as well, he reacted like he was surprised that even he was going to get licked like that.
I just thought it was just I thought they recovered it well, but then he was like hitting the deck. He wasn't like falling over ready for the pedigree. He was like hitting the deck.
He's like, I'm hurt, people, for real this time. This is kayfabe, but I'm actually hurt. Okay, well, let's move on to segment 6, which was Kane versus Big Titus O'Neil. Another quick match, which is a filler, of course. But what's your thoughts on the potential of the Ring of Fire match? Did you mark out when you heard the match?
To be honest, I can remember there being an Inferno match, but then I can't remember watching the Inferno match, or I can't remember it being any good. So then I was just like, I'm just excited more just to see Bray Wyatt in a one-on-one match at SummerSlam, rather than the Ring of Fire or any type of gimmick. I just think it'll be good to see him.
So do you think the match will come off well? Do you reckon it will come off well?
I don't know, because when you've got someone although Kane's a good worker, he's not the easiest person to work with. Yeah. So like we saw the matches with Ambrose, two good workers, but it never happened. It didn't look good. So I'm not really sure. I'm not sure what we're gonna get. Hopefully it'll look good, and there'll be some type of shenanigans, but I'm not sure really. I just hope the Wyatt still looks good in this match.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Will we see this feud continue after SummerSlam? No.
I think Kane's gonna get bun up, and then he's going off to film that movie, and the
Cena Evil 2.
Yeah, so I think he's just gonna get bun up, or something's gonna happen to him.
Yeah, Kane, do you like your crust extra crispy? Jeez, he's gonna get bun up. God damn it. So segment 7, Total Divas Backstage. So Shugs, I talked to the boys last week, you know, about Total Divas, whether they watch it, they didn't. Have you seen it at all?
I saw some of it. I haven't like
What's-
I haven't watched like a full episode, but I've
Oh.
seen bits.
Yeah, no. Watch an episode. I guarantee you like it, and make your missus watch it. I guarantee she would like it too. She guarantee, because it's not focused obviously too much on. It is on the wrestling, but it's their real lives, so it's like she'll be able to handle it because it's more about their real life. It's more an E program. It's more like a Kardashian kind of thing. You know what I mean? And it's weird here. I'm not gonna lie. It's weird hearing them use their real names.
Unless they're talking to Fandango.
Oh yeah, unless they're talking to Fandango. Oh, I still don't get that.
That's my favorite bit so far when they're like Fandango, because that guy is he's just so creepy.
You know that, innit? Proper creepy Johnny. He's definitely playing the Johnny Curtis character there.
Yeah, well, that's just must be what he's like, the actual guy.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, has to be like that. But so the new match I think has been added. I'm not quite sure because maybe you can help me with this because it looks like it's going to be Nataylia and Maria Menounos versus Brie and Eva Marie on the SummerSlam Access. I don't think it's actually going to be on the show. Have you heard anything about this?
Well, on the Wikipedia page, it still says Nataylia with the Funkadactyls versus Brie Bella with Eva Marie and Nikki Bella. So I saw the stuff about Maria Menounos on the internet, but then that's it. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what's happening, but I suppose in the prediction show we'll just give our predictions for Nataylia versus Brie and just we'll just kind of just do it from there. Really. Did you see the slap, man?
That's the only thing, but that's payback, innit? Because she's already got slapped once. Or she gave the slap out, didn't she?
Why is all the girls getting slapped up?
What else are they gonna do?
Like, they're just getting slapped up, like horribly. They're taking some slaps, man. Jeez, and they're taking it full on in the face as well. No sound effects,
Did you see the punch on EastEnders?
Oh my gosh, yes.
And because like me and my missus were watching and she was like, that was rubbish. So why can like the Total Divas like just slap each other in the face, and then on EastEnders it was a slap on EastEnders, wasn't it?
It was.
She
that
slapped
was it.
him.
She slapped Max. Yeah.
That stupid fish lips woman slapped him in the face.
She got the trout pouch. She been putting too much fillers in her mouth, man.
Why can't she just slap him?
I don't know, but me and my missus was talking about it as well because we were watching it. I'm telling you, the last couple of weeks they've brought in some new sound guy because on the episode where Lauren was just like about to get carted off to not Lauren, sorry, the episode with Whitney with the with the whole Tony thing, and she kind of realized that he's kind of a dick.
Wait, one sec, because I'm looking at my beautiful girlfriend now, and we are hooked on Scandal.
Listen, I told you.
She's bigging you up. She's been like saying, yeah, Kenny knows his stuff. Because when we were on the plane coming back, I watched Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings, and that's like 4 hours gone. I watched another Lord of Things. She was watching like back-to-back Scandal. She watched like 4 in a row. Mm-hmm. And then she was like, you need to catch up on Scandal before I see you next time. So I sat there and watched like 4 in a row as well. And then we just been like, watching Scandal. So we're just there, just like... And how many episodes of season 2 have they got so far?
Well, we are a bit behind because of the moving and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're a bit behind. So we're up to date now. I think it's like 4.
4 episodes of season 2. So I think we got the season 1 finale, and then obviously we got those season 2 episodes to watch.
Oh shit, bro! You've gone in.
Yeah, we've gone in.
Listen, me and my missus are just too hooked on that. Shonda Rhimes, she knows what she's doing. Every time the show starts, we recite the same thing. Shonda, what have you done now?
When we were it was one time we were just watching Grey's, and I was just looking. I was like, do you think she's black, the woman? And like my girlfriend was like, what do you mean? And I was like, well, her name's Shonda Rhimes. And I was like, that doesn't sound like any white girl's name. So then like I was sat there researching on Wikipedia. Yeah. And I don't know how I said about the Scandal, because I said to you, do you watch? And you were like, yeah, man, Scandal.
Yeah, Shonda, because that's what, yeah, last time we spoke, we said about, yeah, Shonda. Listen, she knows what she's doing, and I'm telling you now, season 2, oh my gosh, it's sick. It's, yeah, it's
Okay.
sick. And I'll just leave it as that.
Okay.
So I digress, people. Sorry, we're talking about, Scandal, and we talk about EastEnders up in there. Listen, say we're bilingual, we talk about a lot of stuff. You just got to get used to it.
Yeah. And another thing, like, she wants to come on, and she wants to talk about wrestling from a normal person's point of view. But, like, I'm not sure we should let her on the airwaves because she'll just be going in.
What, the missus?
It'll be an audio bro kick. People will be getting messed up on the airwaves.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool because you know what? Sometimes we need a kick in. Sometimes it's not all hairy-fairy out here. Sometimes we need a normal person perspective. If she's gonna come online and say shit, yeah, we just gotta take that. Bro.
I'll try Total Divas. I think it was on when we were in America, and it was on the E channel, and I think I were watching it, but we don't really watch reality TV. I've never watched an episode of the Kardashians. Like, we've never watched it. We don't watch, like, Made in Chelsea. We don't watch any reality TV at all. Nothing.
Okay, well, watch Total Divas. Make her watch it too, and then make her come on the show, and just, if she's gonna cuss, she's gonna cuss. If she's not, she's not. But
okay.
we got to do what we got.
Hold tight.
Hold tight. All right, so we just back the Total Divas. Now we're gonna go on to segment 8, which is Del Rio versus Mr. Kofi Kingston. What did you think of the match?
I need to start reading my notes. All right, so this comes on, and then my notes I wrote, I hate Kofi. He's a waste of time. He's like the anti-Sheamus. You know he ain't gonna win versus any top talent.
Shuggs is going in.
That's what I wrote. I'll tell you what I wrote for Total Divas, we didn't get to read that. Some bullshit and a great slap to finish. Keep total bullshit off my TV.
Blood, read through your notes, man. Read through your notes, please, because, yeah, that's what I want to be hearing. So obviously now you're saying that you just bun Kofi altogether.
Yeah. Well, because
so you don't...
they're never going to change. Nothing's ever going to change. Do you know what I mean? They're not going to do anything with him. They must have come... Like, who else can you think of who was in the company for this long and then got some type of almighty push? Maybe like JBL, yeah? But he's not JBL. He's not going to be doing anything like that. If you look at JBL, he was with the Acolytes and he was with, Blackjack Bradshaw and all that and everything. And then he had the big JBL push. Maybe Mark Henry, but Mark Henry's always got pushed. But can you see Kofi Kingston as, like, even World Heavyweight Champion?
No, that's the thing I can. And he just needs a bit more to himself. He needs a bit more, and I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it.
I tell you what
is missing.
We'll give him some long pants.
And we'll dye, and like Sierra said last week, we'll dye the tips of his dreads.
Shit.
I know. They should have just ran with it when he started fucking up Randy Orton.
That's a long time.
Done.
That time's gone, mate.
Oh man, it's just sad, man. It's just sad because we can't. He's had some good matches and stuff.
The only hope at the moment is Big E.
Yes.
Like, he ain't gonna be. Big E's not gonna be WWE champ.
You don't think?
No, not WWE champ. No way.
I'm hearing that Vince loves this guy, bruv.
He's black. That's it. Until Vince goes, Triple H, maybe. But until Vince goes, there ain't going to be a black WWE champ.
Yeah, what? So The Rock's the exception to the rule then, obviously.
Well, he ain't black. Oh. That's like if I was WWE champ and they say he's a black champ and they'd be like, well, he ain't black.
Yeah, but he is black.
Well, no. Because that's like getting a pass. I'm talking about Blick. I'm talking about R-Truth.
Okay. I understand the lingo now. Man is saying Blick. I understand. The World Heavyweight Champion. That's a step down. But so you don't reckon Kofi will hold the World Heavyweight Champion either? The World Championship.
No.
Yep. Okay. Well, what did you think of the match then in itself? The Del Rio Kofi.
Yeah, it was okay, but you got two good workers having a good match. Like What more do you want?
Well, has Del Rio looked strong going into SummerSlam with the matches that he's had?
Sort of like off and on, because he's lost some matches, and he's looked weak against Christian, but then that always means that you just think he's going to retain,
Yeah.
But he hasn't been getting the upper hand, and I don't know. But then he just dealt with Kofi really, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. The reversals and just...
Yeah, Kofi looks like he's always going to have some good offense and he has some good spots, but then he just got dealt with, really.
Yeah, nothing more could be said to that. We'll talk a bit more about Kofi later on in the night. We'll go to segment 9, which is Real Americans versus the Usos. Shubs, what did you think of the series of matches that they've had?
What about the Christian promo?
Oh, you want to go into that?
Yeah.
Okay.
How can you skip over the Christian promo? Man gets his first promo in like 13 years, and you're just like, oh, the Real Americans versus the Usos.
Yeah, I'm skipping it because Christian shit. That's why. Because I still can't believe that this guy is in this position when RVD should be put in with them in a triple threat.
All right.
This
is one of the things. This is why I have to take notes when I read stuff. They reckon RVD had a 90-day contract, and then he'll go away and then he'll come back working full time. Because a 90-day contract was like a sort of tester. So that's why I don't think he's going to win everything or he's being pushed at the moment. Mm-hmm. Once he goes, or once that contract finishes and then he's got another contract, I think that's when he's going to get pushed then. That's what I read online, that he had a 90-day contract and then they must have signed him to another contract once he started working and once they saw how good he looked. So So that's what I think.
So run me through your thoughts on the promo then.
I just thought I thought it was good, but it made it look like it was some type of a retirement promo.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is like, I know he's had the one more match, but it was like this is his last chance, at silverware, or this is his last chance at getting anything. And I just thought it was good. Like when we saw those Mark Henry promos, and we thought, he could win. He actually could win. And I just thought it was good. If somebody's investing time to put a promo on, that means, they've got some type of investment in you. Don't see any R-Truth promos, or you don't see any Zack Ryder promos, Which is true. That's
the wicked point. I don't see him taking the title off Del Rio. I only see Ziggler taking it off him, to be honest. But I don't even see Sandow taking it off him, really. If that does happen, that's going to be a massive surprise. But Christian, I don't know. His return for me it's just a bit. Yeah, it's just the way they did it. It's the way they did it. And, we've talked a number of times, and I've said what they should have done is they should have made it look like the Wyatts had just jacked him up. They just frigged him up somewhere, and then he's come back and he's coming for revenge. But they didn't even mention anything about his return. He just turned up, you know. And then all of a sudden he's in the World Championship thing with no build-up.
His return was on that one big episode of Raw, wasn't it? And
yeah. And it was a massive episode of Raw, which made it, he got lost in the pile. Like you said, when we talked about it, you said, that episode of Raw, he got lost in the pile. So it's just a shame because, I've liked Christian up to a point, and now I just think you're gonna be hitting the R-Truth thing, and you might as well get out before you start hitting that kind of, run. Or he might hit the Jericho run and, just start making guys get over. So sorry, people, that was a segment 8.5 Christian promo. Del Rio looked a bit smarmy at the end, speaking the Spanish. Not all of us is bilingual out here. Not all of us speaks the Espanol.
He said that he's not going to get one more match. This is it. Okay,
well, we all know Shug's bilingual, speaking the Hindi. Speaking the Hindi out here. So obviously Shugs can translate for us homies. So that's what he said. And Del Rio being smarmy as ever, doing his thing, making sure Christian knows you ain't getting no another shot after this. Right, so now we go to segment 9, which is the Real Americans versus the Usos. So I ask you again, Shugs, what do you think of these series of matches? Because they've had quite a bit now. They've had 3, haven't they?
Well, when you're watching it, you're just like deciding whether the Usos are being pushed or whether the Real Americans are being pushed, or just who's being pushed. Who is being pushed? Because you can't really decide, and that's it. I don't really know which one of these people is getting the push, and it's really, the matches are good, but then it doesn't seem to be like anyone's getting the upper hand or anything's happening. It just seems like this is just a filler. They're being filled,
Yeah, and then just kind of just pull it in like it's they're having this, which is like it's the rubber match kind of thing. So were you surprised at how good the match? I thought the match was good. I mean, did you think it was good?
Yeah, I thought the match was good, and I thought the finish was really good. It's good like they mix up the finishes and stuff like that. But
It won't lead anywhere. You don't
No,
think?
I don't think it's going anywhere, does it? Where do you think it's going?
Yeah, no title shot for the Usos then.
No.
No. Okay, well then you're right. It's a filler, and WWE like to fill because they got 3 hours to fill. They just like to fill it. I'm just annoyed that every time they like to fill stuff, they fill it with Cesaro because he deserves more time than that. He deserves like not just to be a filler, and it's annoying. Okay, they can go to him and Swagger and say, oh yeah, go out and just do what you're doing, but I just don't like the filler business, man. It just. Yeah, it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth when I think that this guy. But I suppose, like we said, he's got to wait his turn in. He's doing his time, and he's just got to wait his turn.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on to. Oh, sorry. Anything else you got in your notes about this?
Nah. I think that I just said that it was a good match, but is the Usos pushed back on? That's what I said, and I noticed on Raw and on SmackDown, the crowd actually started to chant with the "We the People."
Yeah.
When they do
it happens on.
and I'm like, what are they doing? Obviously, they go along with everyone's catchphrase, but now they're saying like "We the People." Do they realise
What they're saying? Yeah.
I suppose they just hicks, and they really.
There you go. Well, I mean, it happens on NXT as well. Like as soon as Cesaro comes out, they're shouting "We the People" all the time. I mean. Tell a lie. Whenever he's been in with Bo Dallas, they always do that because they just hate Bo Dallas. They just. Oh, I mean, I'm not even going to go into it because we can cuss this guy from dust to dawn. But yeah, the crowd, they're just over with it, innit? That's it.
Yeah.
So we're going to go into the segment of all segments. Segment 10, Miz TV with Bryan and Cena. Shugs, just talk me through this, man. How intense and great was this face-off?
Like I've sort of, I think I've changed my mind over the week and like listening to like what other people have said about it, because although Cena was like intense and it looked like he was like really going against it and really, like he looked like he was shooting for a bit, it's still the same bullshit we're getting off Cena, you know? So it was sort of like he sort of like sucked me in. So, like, I was believing it, and I was thinking, yeah, he's done a really good promo, and he's done this, and that's really good. But then I'm just thinking, he did the same against The Rock. He did the same against CM Punk. It's just the same old Cena bullshit.
It was nothing different.
It was nothing different.
And when I say about how intense, I'm actually when I'm thinking it back, I'm actually talking about Daniel Bryan because we saw something different from him, and we saw more intensity from Daniel Bryan that we've seen in a long time, and that's where it transcended to, the public that this is kind of real for him, you know what I mean? This is serious shit for him, you know what I mean? What's your thoughts on Daniel Bryan within this promo?
Yeah, I thought Bryan was okay. I thought what he said was good, but then, like sometimes it was just like he was just like sort of screaming at Cena rather than he was actually, delivering the good promo, Because
the parody.
Yeah, the parody bit was good because like he's like that's what got Cena going. But then I don't know whether his delivery was as good as Cena's, about what he was saying. But it was still really good. It was still like the best part, and it was the best bit of build up they've done for this match. It was because this is what made you want to watch it.
Oh, definitely. That was going to be my other thing. Like, question I was going to ask you. Did this make you just that bit more excited? And especially regarding how the match is going to pan out, because, we'll go into that in the predictions. We'll talk fully about it, about how this could pan out on all the scenarios, because it's just got everyone talking. Did you enjoy the bit where the ball bag, our favorite ball bags, just got dealt with by Daniel Bryan?
Yeah, it was great because I'm gonna punch you in the face. You keep talking, I'm gonna punch you in the face. And then like Cena went it and was like, yeah, usually Miz TV shit like.
that was just it. Have you got anything else in your notes about this?
Nah, like I just wrote that I thought about Miz's Raw you know, what is Miz doing? But then he didn't really do anything, you know. And I just thought that it was good about the way the Cena, and when he said about the slap, that was the best bit. The Inoki slap.
Oh yeah, Antonio Aoki slap.
Yeah, because obviously they didn't mention it, but then when he was like, "You're not a wrestler, I'm not gonna slap you," and then when Cena slapped him, and then he still wouldn't slap him, it was just so good.
Yeah, that bit was nuts, man. You just don't deserve it. You just don't deserve it.
And when Cena said about the 5 moves of doom, it was a good promo, but then it's just like when he's talking about the Make-A-Wish and talking about the kid and stuff.
It's when he mentions the fans. I do it for all of them. I just think, oh, bruv, just shut up. Like, you're just begging it, fam. Stop begging it. Like, oh gosh. All right. Well, let's just go on to segment 11, okay? And I'm going to leave this to you. Fandango. Versus R-Truth. What the fuck was this, Shugs?
I don't think they know. I don't think Cole and JBL knew what was going on because they couldn't even like describe it themselves. You know, they were just like, "Oh, is it a dance-off?" And then Fandango just left the ring, and that was it. Like, it was over. It must have been like a 4-minute, 5-minute bit, and they just must have sent them out and just like, kill some time, just do some dancing.
But was it even a match?
No.
You just, oh my god, a massive clusterfuck. It just, that's when Raw annoys me, when these fillers are just of nothing. And just nothing. Why didn't you just make them wrestle?
Exactly.
You know? Fucking hell. Oh shit, man. Just get on me sometimes. We'll just put this aside and go on to segment 12, which was the 20-man Battle Royal. So, did you like the match, Shugs?
I suppose I just like fast forwarded it to the end and just to see the last 4. Like, when something like this happens and then you come out and you only, there's 20 men in there and 4 men get music. You know, they may as well just have like a fatal 4-way.
Exactly.
You know, but yeah, I thought the finish was good and it made people look good, and I liked the way that like Mark Henry came back in and did like the fist bump. You know, it was good. Made Rob Van Dam look good, and then obviously when the Shield came out. And just the look on Seth Rollins' face when the Big Show's music hit, and he started to say, "Oh shit," and then they just like cut away from him. It was just like, that was just like priceless, like, because he looked like he looked like he was scared to death.
Yeah, like he just shit. But Big Show was looking trim though, innit?
What about his jeans?
Yeah, the jeans. Yeah, they look big, man.
I think it was like Norm Souza saying like he had the dad polo shirt on and the mom jeans.
Oh my god! Oh, stop it! Oh, why are they going in on Big Show? Oh gosh, the guy looked like
I suppose it's hard to get any clothes when you're that big, you know.
Yeah, them tailor-made Levi's. You know that. Oh my god, the mom trousers. Oh jeez. I mean, obviously we knew, like you said, we knew who the final, 3 were gonna be. Like, but was you surprised that they had 2 baby faces?
What's that? I think you're cutting up. Say that again.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I said, we obviously knew who the final 3 were, but were you surprised that they had a baby face at the end?
Nah, I didn't get it. Last time.
Can you hear me?
Was I surprised or what?
Oh, was you surprised that they had 2 baby faces at the end?
Well, yeah, I was surprised, like, when they left, obviously, like, Mark Henry and RVD, but then it goes into, like, the storyline that, these 3 are gonna take on the Shield. And I think there's some shit's gonna go down in the preview show, or the kickoff, and that I think the tag team match is gonna be on, SummerSlam.
Well, we'll go into segment 13 then, which was our segment of Raw, Heyman versus Punk. Has this feud kept you interested, like, the whole way through?
Yeah, I think they've done, like, a really, really good job of just working it up, making it look realistic, making it look like we actually want to see this match, like that we can't afford not to see it. You know?
Yeah.
They're like, we need to see CM Punk versus Lesnar, and we can't afford to miss it. And the CM Punk has got this like underdog's chance. He's got this slight chance that he can do it.
Did you so you think WWE have been telling the story really well?
Yeah. I think that they've done like a good job of making it seem like this like beast CM Punk, this beast Lesnar, and CM Punk has got an actual chance of beating him.
Do you think the story will continue after SummerSlam?
I think maybe it's a bit far till WrestleMania again. So, but they said they don't think Lesnar is working again until WrestleMania after this. So I think that Lesnar's got to get the win, and then it's just where does that leave Punk? And then they can have a WrestleMania rematch.
Well, I mean, we don't even know what's happening with their plans, because obviously plans always change, and there's always talks and stuff, and then it just changes after. So it's safe to say that The Rock won't be about, because I would love to see Rock versus Brock again, because the first match at SummerSlam 2002 was wicked, but we just don't know. Did you think, was Punk's beatdown on Brock Lesnar believable enough for us? Do you feel?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought obviously because he took that. Got him with a cheap shot with a camera, and then I just thought that it made it look realistic. Got a sneak attack in, and you just give him a beat down then. So, but it was good to see him. But obviously, if he gets the upper hand on the go home show, that means he's getting fucked up at SummerSlam.
Well, that's how I like to view things sometimes, if you're getting the upper hand on the go home show, your ass is getting handed to you at the pay-per-view, So, yeah, we'll just have to see. Do you reckon it's going to be the main event?
No, I reckon they're going to finish on whatever type of finish it is to the title match. So whether it is Orton is cashed in as title, or whether Daniel Bryan's still there, I reckon.
Well, we'll get into that. We'll get into that on the predictions. But at this moment in time, what do you say anything else that you want to say about Raw? No.
I thought it was a mixed show. I thought the two main angles saved the show really.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. So give me your Raw rating then, please, Shugs.
I would say that it was a C+ or a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. Okay. There you have it, people. 6 out of 10 from the goddamn Sugar Shugs. Okay, so now, people, it's the return of Smackdown in 60 seconds. Run with it, Shugs.
Okay, so Smackdown, Wyatt promo starts off with, and it was amazing, and then they get Kane out, beat down on Kane. Christian versus Sandow, Christian steals the win, and then Del Rio attacks and talks trash before Christian reverses the armbar into a kill switch. Women's tag match, full stop. Ryback is a bully again backstage, just beats down some little guy. Shield versus RVD, Henry and Show. It's chaos in the match. Henry throws Rollins over he throws Reigns over the announce table, and then Rollins does a sunset flip over the top rope onto Henry, and then we get a kill punch on Ambrose and a 5-star frog splash, and the Shield lose. Miz is actually wrestling versus Jack Swagger. Miz gets a roll up, and obviously he's getting pushed because he's the host of SummerSlam. Axel against Zack Ryder. Wonder who wins this. Heyman promo goes in on CM Punk, and they show a little bit of the Best in the World DVD. And then Bryan versus Barrett, number 3 rubber match. Back and forth match. Vince comes out in the worst jacket of all time. Vince does a yes chant when Bryan gets suplexed on the outside. Vince pulls out the referee and stands in Maddox. and then Maddox gets bust up again. Vince goes to put on the referee's jersey until Triple H music hits. We get a flying headbutt, and Bryan wins, and then H and Bryan do the yes chant, and we fade to black.
Fade to black. There we go. Okay, so now, people, it's the return of the best segment of all time, Sugs Stunners.
Okay, so jobber of the week. Who was the jobber this week? Well, I'm probably just gonna have to give it to my favorite jobber is Zack Ryder. We don't see him on TV for like 7-8 weeks, and then we see him with a jobber entry on SmackDown against Curtis Axel, who haven't wrestled for about 6 weeks, and he gets pinned and just beat with in about 5 minutes. So, you know, rest in peace, Ryder. The move of the week, I would say it's got to be the slap on Nataylia. The slap is officially now a move, because that slap just almost took her lips off her face. So that is it. And the rest of the week is going to be Daniel Bryan.
Standard, just as always. My man D. Bryan. Okay, so it's the end of the Sugar Stunners. Now, people, we're going to go into the SummerSlam predictions. So we're going to start off with Ambrose versus RVD. Now, Shugs, you know, there's been a lot of talks on the dirt sheets that Mark Henry and Big Show will, you know, kind of materialize into this match somehow. So before we just talk about that, can you just tell me what your prediction is for this match? Who wins?
For which one?
Ambrose versus RVD.
I think it's just going to be a bit of a just cluster fuck, and I think it's just going to be a disqualification win, probably for Ambrose, and then that's going to lead to the match with Big Show, Mark Henry against Roman Reigns and Rollins on the actual SummerSlam card.
On the SummerSlam card. So should I add this to the card then?
Well, we've got no official confirmation yet.
Yeah.
So
we can't really add that, because obviously it's unfair on everyone else with the point system and stuff. So we'll leave it off. But I think my prediction for this match is that RVD is going to win, but by DQ. So RVD wins for me. So you reckon Ambrose is winning by DQ?
Well, no, obviously, yeah. So I think the Ambrose will retain. So obviously, yeah, RVD wins by DQ. So no title change.
All right, so we're going to the next one, which is Kane versus Bray Wyatt in the Ring of Fire match, which means obviously someone wins by pinfall. Am I right?
Yeah, somebody's got to get pinned or submission.
Is that kind of shit? Or would you? Because before in front of matches, someone usually gets caught on fire.
Your voice has changed. Where have you gone?
I haven't gone anywhere, my friend.
Okay.
Here?
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, I think obviously in a PG you can't do that match. So I don't think you've got any choice. Like, apart from it would be pinfall. Maybe somebody will get set on fire after the match, but maybe the objective of the match can't be to set the other person on fire. If somebody happens to get set on fire, that's fine. But I don't think they can have a match where the objective is to set someone on fire.
Just to bun someone up.
Yeah.
So what's your prediction for this match then?
I think Wyatt's got to win.
Yeah.
So,
that's down for me as well.
Wait there. Let me get the pay-per-view predictions up. Yeah, so I think obviously like they pushed Wyatt, and I don't think they can afford to actually, you know, for him to lose. What's the point of pushing him all these weeks if he is going to lose?
His very first match.
Exactly. On pay-per-view. So, yeah, I think that he is going to win.
Okay. Well, let's go into Darby versus Christian. You know, as we saw, Christian beat him. Sorry?
Are we both picking Wyatt?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Yeah.
By the way, people, we're going to add all you guys into the spreadsheet as well. All the guys that's giving us predictions, we're going to add you in. To Jay's predictions will be in there too. So everybody counts, don't worry. So yeah, we'll go to Dario versus Christian. Obviously Christian's been put in this match now. You know, he's beaten Del Rio. He won the number one contenders match. Do you see this being a good match, and who takes it down?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good match, obviously, because they're both good workers. And, you know, I think they've been having good matches. It's just like, why have we already seen it? You know? Mm-hmm. Why have we already seen it on free TV when they're having a match at a pay-per-view? So
my thoughts exactly.
So, like, I think that Christian's going to win, actually.
You think Christian's going to...
Yeah, because I just think that where is Del Rio going? I think you've got more fresh stories, more new angles with Christian. You know, he can feud with Sandow. I think Christian versus Sandow will be a good feud. But then, if Sandow cashes in the Money in the Bank on Del Rio, that's two heels, and then they can't feud with each other. So maybe if Christian wins and Sandow cashes in, but I think Christian's going to win the actual match.
Okay, so maybe this plays out like Christian wins the World Heavyweight title, and then, you know, Night of Champions or whatever, rematch between Christian and Del Rio. Christian wins again on a quick roll-up, or maybe Ricardo Rodriguez gets involved.
Yeah, I think
maybe Insecurity to the head, or, you know, or that standing sweet chin in the head, and then Sandow comes and I like your way of thinking, but I'm still going for Del Rio for the win, to be honest.
Like, it's funny how, like, the kill switch against Del Rio, the kill switch has actually looked like a good move, because normally it just gets reversed, but now he's reversing the armbar, and he's looking good with the kill switch.
Yeah, for me, I'm going Del Rio.
I know, but like I'm trying to think of it logically. So
logically, future.
If Del Rio wins, who does he feud with? Who's the next match for Del Rio?
Triple threat match, maybe.
With who?
Anyone. I mean, I didn't see Christian being involved in this. You know.
Well, exactly, and you got to think they've done that promo as well.
Well, maybe he does win, and then Del Rio goes on with the goes on to a feud with Ricardo Rodriguez.
Because like Ziggler's nowhere, so all I can think of is we've got Rhodes, and we've got Sandow, and we've got Christian, and we've got Del Rio. So if Del Rio wins, if Christian wins, then he can feud with Sandow, and he can have Del Rio chasing him, and then you've also got Rhodes trying to stop Sandow winning, or if Sandow cashes in, you've got Rhodes feuding with Sandow, because he said he's not going to be world champ before me.
So do you reckon Ziggler takes it off Sandow then?
Nah, I can't see Ziggler back in this picture for a while.
Oh, that's a shame, man. That's shit.
He's just nowhere.
Yeah, he's in the wilderness. I'm still going Del Rio, but yeah. You're going Christian. Okay, so we'll go on to Cody then versus Fandango. It's a nice transition. I mean, has this build-up? Sorry, let me start again. Has this build-up been a bit flat for you? And who takes this match down?
No, I think it's been really good. We're throwing the briefcase in like the Gulf of Mexico, and you know the briefcase change and all the stuff like that. I think it's been really good. I think it's just been interesting. They've tried to make it interesting. They've just worked with what they got. They've worked with the time they had. They worked with everything, you know.
So who takes it down for you?
I think Cody wins. It doesn't matter if Sandow wins because he's got the briefcase.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Cody as well on that one.
Okay.
And then we have Ziggler and Caitlyn versus Big E and AJ.
Do not care. Do not
okay.
care.
Well, we'll even go into it. Who wins? Who takes it down?
Biggie and Ziggler and Caitlyn.
Yeah, that's the same as me. Ziggler, Caitlyn. Again, Nataylia versus Brie. We're not even going to get into it. I'm just saying Brie wins that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Brie. Yeah,
And
me too.
you go for yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we're getting on to the main events now. So CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar. This build-up has been wicked. WWE have told a story wickedly through, obviously through Heyman and CM Punk, and now I haven't even spoken to you yet about Brock Lesnar's promo. What did you think of Brock Lesnar's promo on CM Punk?
Oh, it was amazing. It's like, it's very rare you actually mark out to something on SmackDown, but like when he was like saying that he takes MMA classes in the local gym and he thinks he's cool because he got the tattoos, I was just like, oh mate, this is amazing. But that's when he's good. He's no good speaking live.
Yeah.
But then obviously if they give him like scripted promo, then his delivery is good, like, you know. Because when he was live and he's like, I'm the best, the best, and the best, and the best, and he's just like, Paul, say something stupid. That was just like the worst. But then obviously when he's just sat there in the chair and they're showing the clips of him just mashing people up, I thought it was really good.
Yep. Okay, so who takes this down for you?
I think Lesnar. I think it's gonna be a bit like Payback 2012.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he can like bust CM Punk up the way he did Cena, because like CM Punk's like half the size. But I think they're gonna go hard, like they're going in, because like when they've been doing the bits so far, they haven't been really holding back.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one. I'm going with Brock. I'm going with Brock. Okay, now we go on to the main event, the topic of all topics. Now let's just get into this properly. The scenarios, Shugs, of this match, because we have a number of people involved in this. So not only do we have Cena and Bryan, okay, we have the people on the outside. So we have Randy Orton, we have Vince McMahon, and we have Triple H. Okay, Triple H is so much involved in the match; he's the referee. But we have Orton and Vince McMahon. Now, there's a number of scenarios that can happen with this. So let's just talk through them. What do you think could happen? You know, could Orton and Vince McMahon be working together? Do you reckon that could happen?
Maybe. I don't think so,
And,
though. Well, he said that he doesn't want either of them to be champions, so that could be one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously we've got, it could be Triple H could turn on Bryan, and it could be an Evolution reunion, because Ric Flair was at SummerSlam Access, special guest.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
No, he was there for the unveiling of WWE 2K14. But if we're gonna have a power struggle going in, you know, he can have his Evolution.
Yeah, but Evolution doesn't benefit Triple H. It only benefits like Randy Orton, really.
No, but the benefit of all of them, because he's gonna be like, we're running the company. This is the Evolution of return, and then all you gotta have is Batista come back.
I'm not gonna lie, I would mark out if I did see that, but I just don't know. There's the other thing of Bryan winning clean, right? Bryan winning clean, and when I mean clean, I mean like Cena probably passes out from the level lock, so he doesn't actually tap out.
Cena's never gonna tap out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He doesn't actually tap out. He just passes out, and that way it still keeps Cena strong because he didn't actually tap out. And it keeps Daniel Bryan strong because, you know, obviously he's just made Cena pass out. And then maybe Randy Orton comes out, tries to cash, but loses to Bryan. How strong would Daniel Bryan look?
Yeah, but the thing is, I just think that Cena is just like, he just pisses me off. But like, I think that is the best scenario. I think that I don't think he's going to make Cena tap out. I don't think Cena's going to pass out. I think that he's got a small package going on. And he gets a small package, or he gets some type of win. Orton comes out to cash in a briefcase. He makes Orton tap out with a yes lock, and he's the new Chris Jericho. He beat Cena. He beat Orton in one night. And that's how you push him straight to the top. Straight to the top,
because to be honest, Shugs, don't you agree that it's time? You have to do it while it's hot, and you've got to do it right now.
Like we said,
won't be like this
we
again.
said about Kofi Kingston, they didn't push him when he was hot. He was hot that one night. That's Madison Square Garden, you know. He's doing like the boom drop or whatever, the splash off the fucking barricades through a table onto Randy Orton. Do you know what I mean? And that's it. So we all remember that moment, but then that's as close as he's come.
I think the Randy Orton cashing in and winning is too bait. It's too bait. They've pushed it too much in our face. So I just don't think he will. I think he will either cash and lose, or he'll pretend he's going to cash. But
do you know that they found the Reddit guy?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they found him. So there's going to be no predictions. So they're not going to be changing anything based on the predictions. They found him, and he wouldn't give up his contact. So it's just like a sort of nothing, like, you know, but he's not going to do any more predictions.
Well, I mean, this just throws up so many different scenarios. I really hope Daniel Bryan wins clean. I mean, think about it. It's SummerSlam, the second biggest pay-per-view of the thing. Cena winning from this is rubbish. It doesn't do anything for the pay-per-view at all.
No.
Seamless. It don't do anything. Randy Orton winning from this, maybe, but it doesn't really do anything for the. We don't want to see Cena and Randy Orton. We don't want. It's like the Olympics, like every 4 years. Like, we don't want to see that, but we want to see Daniel Bryan win. And just think of the pay-per-view that buys.
Well,
if Daniel Bryan wins.
I know, but I think the pay-per-view value is going to be up anyway. But then, I think that. I don't know. I don't think Randy Orton's going to be like the corporate champ. Because that's the other one. If he's working with Vince, but I just think like Triple H is in there, and I think Triple H is going to be doing something. You know.
You don't reckon they'll call it clean? You don't reckon it'll be clean down the middle? No,
not at all.
You reckon Randy Orton comes out and he pedigrees Randy Orton?
Obviously, we're going to be waiting for some type of Triple H involvement. So we're going to be waiting for some type of, you know, look, even when they did the Undertaker match at Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania, you know, there was still a few, when Michaels was ref, you know you're not just going to get a clean pin. You did in the end, but you know there's going to be some type of shenanigans going on first.
Yeah,
you know?
You know what? Let's give our predictions. I'm going with Bryan.
Yeah, I'm going with Bryan as well. Out of all these scenarios, I don't see just like, imagine just Cena wins. What the fuck? What's the point?
No. You know what? That would be a shit ending to the pay-per-view. If it's not the main event, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
If it's not the main event, that is what's going to happen. And to be honest, with Triple H, Vince McMahon, and all of them being involved, it has to be main event. It has to be.
Well, yeah, it's gotta be. Like, this is like, you end the show on something. So we're gonna either end the show on like, oh my god, they screwed him, Bryan got screwed, and like we just go, or we see Daniel Bryan, and it's just like, you know, the underdog, you know, he's come from and he's won it.
I just want to see some massive pyro. That's all I want to see. Daniel Bryan top rope, the championship pyro. Oh, he just deserves it, man. He deserves it. He deserves it, man. He's built himself up so good. And to think he's got over, like, it makes you think, how did he get over? And he's got over because of the wrestling. You know? He's got over because of the wrestling. As simple as that. Oh, gosh. Well, guys, we are definitely going to be afforded a really good pay-per-view. I mean, I'm not going to watch it live. I'll watch it tomorrow. But, geez, we're going to be in for something really, really special. So, there we go. The predictions. And it's the end of the podcast. Shugs, man, hey, we've missed you. We've missed you, brother.
I missed you guys as well.
Yeah, man, it's good to have you back. Obviously, unfortunately, E2J couldn't be on the show. But
it's just like old times. Me and you are here, and E2J is fucking unreliable as ever. I swear he's just like, I feel he's like a crack dealer. I think he's on some Dave Coulson shit. Do you know what I mean? Just, you know. Oh yeah, yeah. Just behind the scenes, just like, you know, working behind, meeting people behind dumpsters. Just, you know, I've got a big bag for you.
I got that kilo, dog. I got that kilo.
Exactly.
Oh, gosh. I'm sure ETJ will be back next week. We don't know about any guests yet, but we're sure to let you know. But people, always, on my left-hand side, I got a Frank, the hashtag tech guy. Welcome back. The God of Sugar, Shugs.
Good to be back. It's good to be back.
Okay, and as always, I end the show in the words of. So this week, You know, it's a little bit controversial last week, but this week is going to be in the words of Stone Cold Steve Austin at King of the Ring 1996, the very promo that made Stone Cold Steve Austin. So, here we go. In the words of Stone Cold Steve Austin, you sit there and you thump your Bible and you say your prayers and it didn't get you anywhere. Talk about your Psalms, talk about John 3:16. Well, Austin 3:16 just said, I whooped your ass. Steve Austin's time has come and you're looking at the next WWF champion, and that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so. Now choke on that, slap nuts.